We're joined by Coach Adam Steinberg for his very first edition of Pepperdine Athletics' new show, Coach's Corner. And Adam, why don't you tell us a little bit about the wins that your team has recently had, or some of your players?
Yeah, you asked me earlier about one of my proudest moments over the last year, and yesterday was actually one of the proudest moments I've had in coaching. Sebastian Fanslow won our regional championship down in Irvine and had wins over players from USC and UCLA, and just has improved so much. And just he came in and really didn't have an understanding of anything. And he would agree with that last year, and now he's a sophomore, and he's turned himself into a great athlete, a great competitor. He's an incredible fighter. He loves this university more than anything. He plays for way more than himself now, and his game has gone through the roof, where I think he's one of the top 5 to 10 players in college tennis, and I think he has a pro career ahead of him. And it's watching him win yesterday and the expression on his face, it really makes me know why I coach in the first place. And it was a great moment for the team, for him, for the coaches and everyone, because he's come a long way. So I was very, very proud of him, and it's so fresh in my mind because it was yesterday, but it'll last a long time. It was great.
That's amazing. What does it take for a student athlete to make that kind of a transition?
I think it's buying in to the program. I think, the way that our team plays is quite different than everybody else, and I think a lot of people can hear that on campus. We're pretty emotional, we get pretty fired up, there's a lot of passion and energy, and I think he just has completely bought in. I remember when he first came, he asked me, he's like, "Coach, I don't think I can play this way. There's too much going on. Other guys are yelling to me, and now he says to me, I don't know how I can play any other way. I wouldn't be able to." And I told him that would happen, and just give it time. And so I think when you buy in to how we do things, it makes a world of difference, where you let yourself go and you understand that collegiate athletics is about camaraderie and passion and energy and having fun and playing for your school. And sometimes in tennis, it's such an individual sport, and it takes a while for them to understand that it's not about them. And Sebastian has learned it's not about him solely, and his game has gone through the roof because of it. And it's happening with other guys in the team as well right now. So it's a good time for Pepperdine tennis.
Wow. Maybe you can explain a little bit to some of our fans what the fall season is like for you guys.
The fall season is our individual portion of the year, where we go and play individual events. It counts for individual rankings. There's an individual ranking and a team ranking in college tennis. So the fall, the players will compete in about 3 to 4 events, and they will hopefully at the end of that have an individual ranking that will take them into the spring season. But our spring season starts in January through May, with all team events, school versus school. The fall is individual tournaments, where we'll send 3 players here, 4 players there, so we don't really travel as a team. So it's quite different than January.
How do those individual events help your team members build confidence heading into the spring season?
Tremendous. First of all, it's a great time to work on our games and work on our fitness. Our strength and conditioning coach now is doing an amazing job, and we don't travel as much. But the confidence level when players do well individually, like Sebastian winning that tournament yesterday, it helps everybody. We had a great tournament this weekend down in Irvine with 3 guys getting to the semifinals, and it pushes the other players. They're like, wow, those guys are doing well, I have to step it up. And it's just, it helps everyone. So it's not just playing for yourself. The other guys have fed off those players' successes so far, and it's been a great boost. We didn't have that great a year last year, and we're having a great fall. So it's a great feeling at practice, in the locker room, everywhere.